Bonjour Omar, vous êtes un journaliste palestinien de Gaza qui a engagé une grève de la faim pour sensibiliser les autorités et appeler un cessez-le-feu. Comment voyez-vous l'opération israélienne qui dure depuis 4 mois maintenant?
I guess before to ask this question, we will ask why this European country they found this settled colonization project. Why they are still until now given a green light. Why until now they not condemn what is going on against the human rights. Why this happening since 76 years. Why it's happening since 116 days. Ethnic cleansing, brutal genocide, violence against humanity, and they are still in silence. Why this European country can't stand up and put the sanction as when they do to other occupations, colonization, other conflict, while we are the original of the land, while we are since long time seeking for peace. We try all ways of peace and talks and agreement. They lie to us since 40 years when they start Oslo agreement, Camp David, again Oslo, United Nations agreements. All it was also the Egyptian agreements been in many countries around the world lying to us about the peace talk and solution. Why we shouldn't ask these people while the double standards and different way acting when they are speaking or going to speak about Ukrainian cause. They start the war because before they were selling weapons to the wars, and now American and West they produce wars to sell more weapons and make money. They start the first international war, they start the second international war, they attack Hiroshima and Nagasaki, they attack Vietnam, they attack Afghanistan, they attack Syria, Iraq, Yemen. They've been colonized all African country, Congo, Sudan, Iraq, Libya, and so on, so on, and so on. And the wars never stop. While they are against the climate, against the zone, against the rights of people, against the respect of religions, against other independent humanity. Why we should to ask this question for who's now take a power against all this world. Why they do this? Why we are silent? We have to ask these people who's take the decisions. Why it's against the immigration, the black people, discrimination. While this all is happening here, while everybody can have equality and freedom and life, we have to call them. They are criminal. They have to go to the international court. Have to be called them. This is the problem of these people have always a protection. George Bush, Obama, his son, Bill Clinton, all this criminal being taken decision against the humanity, made a genocide, but they still live freely, while we have to be freely still in occupation and colonization.
Certaines personnes disent que c'est un conflit religieux et le Hamas est considéré comme un groupe terroriste islamiste. Que pensez-vous de ce postulat?
We've been living with Jews and there were a Jewish living before the colonization. In all Arab countries, Jewish as a religious, they believe that they never will have a country. They never have a country. They been punishment by God. And this is not me. It's the Jewish Hachams and leaders and Jewish movement say this. But the Jews were living with us. The Christians were living with us. The Muslims, the Palestinians, they were living for since long time before the colonization of the British, before this colonization and occupation of this Zion since 1948. We were living peace, and Palestine was recognized as a state under the colonization of the British. It's no any religious, but always the propaganda, as it's happened in Iraq and Afghanistan and 11 of September inside, to tell people of them lies, and people have to show them support. But now it's very clear it's not a religious, because if it's religious, it's something else and it's different way. It's very clear this is a propaganda, and this is a wash brain media that giving for the people and make them like, oh, don't worry, this is a media, this is like, and this is happening now in Europe and Western, and it's happening for a long time. But people start to wake up, because if you see how many demonstration in the street, how many million of people being in the street, how many people change their opinion. It's genocide, it's not religious, it's colonization. And I want to tell you, it's more than 3 million Jews in this, under this colonization also. They try to use violence against them. They arrest them. Also, the Christian is not allowed. Palestinian, half of them, half of the Christian, they're not allowed to travel in Gaza. Half of the Christian around the world not allowed to come to Bethlehem, which is Jesus Christian. Jesus is Palestinian Christian. But the Christianity around the world and the propaganda and the lobby of Zionists make people celebrate Christmas while Jesus suffer in Palestine, while Christian suffers in Palestine. We have a lot of media how the Christian been suffering, killing, arresting, destroyed. I want to ask you how many charges been attacked and how many crimes they did against the Christian in Gaza. You can look why this international places being protected, like schools, hospitals, Christians, mosques, been attacking and killing all of these people. So it's a propaganda, and this is have to be, and people have to learn and search, because now, until now, even Belgium, they're not showing the truth for the people, because they are partner of the crime, and people, they will not choose them, and people, they will start demonstrate this also partner of crime. They don't want to show the truth, because these people given the green line, plus they giving military logistic aid for this colonization, while they do in different way when it was Ukrainian cause. So this is showing these people also are a criminal, which even the government here take them 3 months to say this genocide, and we have to call for ceasefire. Otherwise, if this is Muslim and Jewish, they will not call for ceasefires. Even there are some military being captured and they have double nationality. And until now, they still not speak about this. They don't want people to show the truth about this. But they can have a power to stop the fund of International United Nations UNRWA, a project of refugee to give food to children in Gaza. Now the big dream of the children to have a tent to stay in, while thousands of people starving in this cold season, while these people, they are willing to have one of this blanket to have a warm, and people don't have clothes, while all this aid is just bullshit. It's not giving 10% of the needs and the basic needs of people. They're just giving people a cloth to burn them deaths, while they're not giving a medical and medicine and urgent hospitals, while they are destroy all these hospitals and get work. It's just one hospital now is survived to close.
Quel est l'objectif de votre grève de la faim et quel changement voulez-vous voir?
Since November, we start a process to start a more harder step than just to demonstrate and being million in the street. And we start to prepare for a global strike with many people around the world. And a lot of people, they have friends and they see how is Palestinian struggle and starving in Gaza, while all this demonstration is not affected much. So we start this step to hunger strike with hundreds of people, and include some activists, doctors, some organizations, some member of parliament, activists, some of workers, some of universities, doctors and professors, to have a big lobby to change something. We are around 500 people around the world. Some people pass 50 days, 40 days, 70 days, and some people it change. And we have a chain of hunger strike. Everybody can have a time, even they can do it in weekends, and try to feel the hunger strike of people, the kids and women in Palestine, while they don't have the basic right to food and medicine and life. As a Palestinian, me and couple people decide to do it as a tradition hunger strike, as they did in South Africa, as they did in Ireland, against the occupation and colonization. And this is one of a hard hunger strike, and it's a hard protest against the system, and it's very clear and strong message. But we put ourselves in a line with the starving and genocide to feel the Palestinian starving in Gaza. It was for me not easy to decide this. I want more people from Belgium to do this, and I still call, because I'm not the iron, not a sniper man. I am still a human. I have limit, know how much I can be. I don't want to also die. I just want to show more attention while thousands of people dying. And these people is not numbers. These people have dreams, and these people could be something for our humanity and a global and a planet. Because Palestinians, they were a lot in big positions, from NASA until doctors, until the Nobel books and Guinness numbers, bombing every day by White House, by White Phosphorus, and the White House was the big supporters, and the European, they given the green line for them. It's enough, and enough for broke the international law, the human rights law, because every minute we lose somebody, every minute they targeting one house, every minute they targeting one hospital, every minute they targeting one a press and journalist. Every day and every minute and every 1 hour we lose more and more and more. So we have to stop this now, to call for permanent ceasefire. We have to look what the disaster, what the horror they left behind this genocide, and it will become more unbelievable reports after this genocide from Gaza.